Hello everyone, this is Beauty Defined by Key. My name is Key and welcome to my channel. And today this nice little palette right here by Essie, it is their new Counting Hearts palette. I picked this up at Ulta Cosmetics and I really thought that this was pretty darling. I want to say this was more like $11 and it was purchased a while ago. So it has all these different I would like to say these nice pretty gray tones in here with the pretty lilac tones that go into purple, some turquoises, and also some blues. So I thought that was really, really neat. Now, when you open the palette up, it does, the colors look very, very vibrant. And this palette is called Love You Very Much. Okay, and it says that there's 28 metallic matte and sparkling shades with incredible high pigmentation and soft texture for breathtaking eye makeup looks. So here is the makeup look that I completed with this palette. So I'm going to show you how, and I'm going to recreate it on this eye using this palette and a few more of the other products that I have that I use to complement my full face. So I'm going to show you how I did that next. So I started off with my MAC 24-hour extended eye base to apply first. And I use this particular eye base because it is very creamy. It's very translucent looking, but it does have like a little brownness to it or a beige tone to it. So I really like that. And then from there, I start to move on to the actual shade that I use, which is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate, and it's the light medium bronze bronzer. So I use this particular shade just so that I have a base on top of, so a shadow base on top of the MAC primer base. So I'll go in and I put this on just swirling around, and this smells so good. It smells like chocolate. So, but I go in and I make sure that I smooth it out, because if you don't smooth this particular base out with a shadow on top of it, if you just kind of blotch it, I've seen some people do that, like little blotches like this, it will actually make it so that you start to have some creasing, and then the makeup won't apply exactly where you want it to. So I really try to buff that out very, very well. So from there, I'm going to use this particular shade here. Now, they don't have any type of color names on here. So this is more like a light, somewhere in between the lighter lights and somewhere in the middle. So it goes gets a little deeper, but it's this nice gray tone. So I'm using this gray tone right above and into my crease area here. So as I start doing that, for me, I like to take it and blend out by making circles. And that's what I like to do in order to blend out. And this brush, the color might be showing up a little darker now because I realized that I had not actually cleaned my brush from when I did the transition to the next color. And I used the same brush, so it'll take me a little while to blend this out. I'm going to take this from the top, and then I'm going to work it down into the crease. So above and down into the crease for my particular eye shape. And once I got that all buffed out, then we're going into this really pretty blue color. And I'm going to use this to transition down into the next half of my eyelid. Once I get so far down, I like to take the same color, and I'm going to take a shadow brush and just start packing the color onto my lid. And this particular color, like on camera, it comes off, it's not as pigmented as a lot of the other shades, like the higher quality makeup brands, but I mean, it's Essence, so it's to be expected that you might have to play with it a little bit to get that pigmentation to come through. But what I also like to do is take a little bit of my MAC, so the Prip and Prime spray, and then I'll just spray a little bit onto my brush, and then go right back into the product and then do a little more dabbing there just to even things out and get it nice and looking vibrant and even. From there, I start to blend out again. So I want to soften up my eyelid. So I'm going to actually from there just start to kind of soften it up. So I'm going to swirl and swipe around just to make that look a little more, I want it to look a little more diffused, not as, I just want everything to gradually just go from one into the other. Okay, so still working on blending there. Once I get everything done, then I want to go back in and take my shadow brush. And this is the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. And I'm going to go into the shimmery blue right here. I'm just going to pat into that. And then I'm going to apply to my lid as well. And that just kind of brings it up a notch. And that really looks so pretty because it gives that pretty little shimmer that I want. And then what I was using to actually blend with was my Morphe 505 brush. So again, I'm going to go in. I'm going to swirl at the base onto my eyelid because I do like the way it looks when I do that. That's my particular taste and what I like to do for my eye. Now, if you notice, the way that I apply my makeup, some product moved down onto my lower and into my lash line. So that's fine with me because it's what I wanted. But what I am going to do now is I'm going to go in and take this shimmery dark gray shade. And I'm just going to kind of dab into that. It's going to pick up some of those pretty shimmers, okay, and metallics. And this is my Morphe M321 brush. And I'm really fond of Morphe brushes. I like them. I just think they're very, very, very good quality brushes. And I like to use them. They're one of my favorites to apply my makeup with. So from there, I'm just going to take and make little dabs. Because what I don't want is, I do not want the glitter that is on here to get into my eye. So I'm going to do little dabs underneath. And then I'm actually going to go into the center. So right here in my tear duct area, I'm going to just dab in there. And then I dab. And then I kind of try to bring the under eye area up to where I applied the makeup on my outside corner of my eye. Just to kind of like make everything uniform. Then what I like to do is go back in and take this, the Prep and Prime, spray on my brush. Because I don't want these little glitter pieces moving all over my eye. So I will just kind of set it by just taking my brush and just dabbing in. So now I don't have to worry about that moving. So now the makeup's done, I am going to go in and use my Sephora eyelash crimper. And I'm just going to crimp the lash and hold that on there. Usually for me about 14 seconds or so. And so once everything is crimped, lashes are crimped, then I'm going to go in and use my Lash Paradise. And my Lash Paradise is in the blackest black, okay? And so I will go on, make sure I get the eyelashes popping. Because I don't wear false lashes unless it's like a really big occasion. So something like I'm going out, or if I'm going out with my girls. And typically sometimes I don't even do it then. If I'm having a showcase in my studio, I will. But for the most part, Lash Paradise is where it is for me, okay? So let me move my mirror forward so you guys can kind of see what I am doing here. So just to give me a little bit more pop. And then we're going to apply some blush. So now what I'm going to do, now that I have my eye look done, I'm going in with my Bobbi Brown. Now this is a bronzer, so it's a bronzing powder. And this is the color that I use is pretty deep. And I've had this for a good amount of time. I don't know if they still have this particular shade or not. And it does not, oh, it's deep 4. So it's deep 4. And then what I'm going to do, I didn't bring my brush in here. So I'm going to put this on off camera and be right back. So I'm going to add my wing now. See, as you can see, I used a wing on my right side and now on my left. This is the NYX colored felt tip liner, and this is in the color royal blue. And this is what the tip looks like. So I'm going to go in just for the outside line, just a little more dramatic look. That's all. I just like to add a little blue because typically I'm always with the black. So I'm just going to go in and go ahead and just take that liner up and along my eye and go ahead and build up until I get everything all filled out here and looking great. So now I'm done with the wings. I'm done with the eye look, and then I go in with some ultra glossy lips. And this is in the color Stilo by ColourPop. So I just put a little bit of that on just to give my lips a little pop. I've got my hair slayed. She's up and high up in a puff. And I am done. So if you want to know as far as my shade of foundation, I use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD. It is the invisible cover foundation that I covered in my Etsy bag, or Ipsy. Okay, I like to say it's like almost like I'm trying to say Etsy, and I think I am because I have an Etsy store and I'm on there a lot, but my Ipsy bag, okay? So it is in the color Y505, and this is one that I got in my Ipsy bag and I really like it. So that is my review of this Counting Hearts palette. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you want to go pick one up, I know this is a limited edition because it's a holiday item for Essence, but if you want to pick it up, go ahead and do it right away before it is gone. You can find them at your Ulta stores. Thanks for watching my review on this palette. I will see you guys later, and for me, this was a yay. I would definitely be using it again. It was really, really dope, especially for a over-the-counter drugstore brand. So, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.